I've tried a lot of morning routines, and they're all great and make you feel nice and fuzzy on the inside, but there's only a few of them, and one that I've found that give you the compounding results to make big changes in your life. This is the morning routine that I use, and I've seen it make consistent, extraordinary results in my life. And if you really want to make consistent, good progress, this is the morning routine for you. Let's get into it. A good life is built by days, right? A good day is built in the morning. So to build a good life, we gotta start with a good morning. And if we get a good morning, then our life will be great. You may think that a good morning routine starts in the morning, right? It's in its name, but honestly, a good morning routine starts the night before. My morning routine starts at 9 o'clock every night when my alarm goes off and I know it's time for bed. Immediately when my alarm goes off, I brush my teeth, I get all ready for bed, and then I read a fiction story, little book, and then I fall asleep. That's how my night routine goes for the morning. You may, which you probably do, have an alarm in the morning that wakes you up, and you probably hate it because it wakes you up at a time every morning that you don't like, and you're so groggy and you're just like, shut that thing up. But imagine if your alarm that you had to obey was the night before. That alarm determined everything like it does in the morning. Like in the morning you're like, whew, my alarm's going off, I gotta wake up, I gotta get out of here. But the night before, it should be that way, where your alarm goes off and you're like, oh shoot, I gotta get to sleep, I gotta get the right amount so that I'm not tired in the morning, because that's when I would feel bad if my alarm went off. Here is how to go to bed at the same time every night. Obviously, you wanna set that alarm. You wanna pick a time that works for every night of the week, not just one. So say you have an activity one night that goes till like 9 o'clock and then you don't get home till 10 and then you're in bed at 10:30, but that's only one night of the week. You still want your alarm every night of the week to be for 10:30. So set that time and then go to bed, or at least start getting ready for bed. You can have like a little routine, like after my alarm goes off, I brush, floss, all that stuff from my mouth, and then I go in my room, take my mouth closed, and read a book until I get sleepy and fall asleep. That's like my little mini routine, but the main thing at night is to get that alarm in when it's most comfortable for you and works with your schedule, and you just want to be consistent going to bed at the same time every night, which I think going to bed at the same time every night is even more important than waking up at the same time every day, because if you're going to bed at the same time every night, then you're giving yourself that opportunity to wake up whenever you want and whenever you feel awake, not when you have to wake up with a normal alarm. Alright, so to adjust to this new schedule, you're gonna want to wake up super early the first day so that you're tired when you go to bed, and you're gonna want to go straight outside and get the sunlight into your eyes. You don't need to stare directly at the sun because you'll go blind, but you just want to stare in the general facility of the sun and get that sunlight into your eyes for 5 to 20 minutes. Now, why should you be viewing light and sunlight in the morning? There have been thousands of peer-reviewed studies and experiments that show getting light, especially sunlight in the morning, is one of the most powerful, if not the powerfulest stimulus for feeling alert and feeling awake, and also getting deep sleep and sleeping for longer and going to bed easier. So sunlight is the most powerful tool for ensuring a great day because you'll be fully awake, and also ensuring a great night because it'll help you fall asleep faster and it will help you stay asleep and not wake up as much in the night. The reason morning sunlight does this is because when you get it into your eyes, it triggers the cortisol in your body to start going and start flowing, which cortisol is like a natural alarm hormone in your body. So once you get that sunlight into your eyes, your body will just feel awake and ready to go. Now, if there is no sunlight when you wake up, you want to turn on all the lights in your room or your house and still get that light because it will wake you up, but just not as powerful as the sun. But then once the sun does rise, you still want to get outside and get your 5 to 20 minutes of general vicinity viewing of the light. So with sunlight viewing, you want to be getting 5 minutes if the sun is bright and shining and there's no clouds around it or in the sky. You want to be getting about 10 minutes if the sun's peeking through the cloud, and if it's super overcast or rainy, you want to be getting about 20 minutes. I'll leave a video link in the description of Andrew Huberman's video on this. It's very in-depth and detailed about all the stuff I'm talking about. It's a good one to watch about why you should be looking at the sun in the morning. Now, people may think they can get the sunlight through a window or through the car window, but that is not true. The car window and the window filter out so much of the UVA and the UVB light that it would take like 5 hours of viewing the sun through the window to get the same as if you were just viewing the sun for 5 minutes outside. So you can open up the window and just look through the screen because that won't filter it out, but you can't look through the pane of glass because that will filter out all of the stuff that raises your cortisol levels and makes you awake. Now, to wake up every morning, the sun is up by the time I wake up, so I usually see it through my window shade, and that's how I start to wake up and feel awake. And I also have a light that's on a timer that automatically turns on at 7, and then that slowly starts preparing my body to wake up, and then I'm usually awake by 8 or so. Now, when you wake up, you may want to reach for your phone and grab that and think that's a good source of light, but it is not. Phones have shown, there have been studies that have shown that in the morning, if you look at your phone first thing, it'll make you groggy for the first 6 to 8 hours of the day. You'll feel sleepy and not alert for the day. So you do not want to be reaching for your phone straight when you wake up. I recommend leaving it in another room or your bathroom. I usually leave mine in my bathroom or in the kitchen. When I wake up, I go, start brushing my teeth, go and grab my phone while I'm brushing my teeth, and then I turn it on and I get my Aura score for my ring, for my sleep score and my readiness score and all that. And then I go back to my bathroom, I finish brushing my teeth, and then I take my shirtless photo, which is part of my morning routine every day. And then I go and get my sunlight outside, and I either get my sunlight fully, like just meditating or sitting there and watching the sun, which is very peaceful in the morning and it gets you relaxed and recharged for the day, or I do it while I'm doing some deep work. Now, for waking up, you want to have a time set every day, just like your bedtime alarm, but this shouldn't be early. It should be late. Like, I can't wake up past 8:45 because that's when I have an alarm, but I usually don't wake up past 8:45. If I were to wake up at 8:45, it would be if I stayed up late the night before and ignored my nighttime alarm, and then that 8:45 alarm would wake me up. And that's just so that you keep your body clock and your body circulation so that you're not skewing all the times that you're waking up and going to sleep. So set an alarm that you can't go past every day, even on the weekends. It's especially important on the weekend because if you sleep in on the weekends, then your body will start to adjust to that time that you're waking up on the weekends, and then when it goes back to the week, your body's still at that time and you'll be super groggy and you won't feel like waking up. But if you do that nighttime alarm, then all of that shouldn't matter. So just go to bed with your nighttime alarm every day. The 80-20 rule. The 80-20 rule is a law that states that 20% of the input equals 80% of the output. So 20% of what you do will equal 80% of the output. Like for me, recording these videos, the 20% is just recording and talking to the camera, and that gets me 80% of the results and the views and the subscribers and all of that. But the other 80%, like editing a lot and scripting a lot, get me maybe a 20% benefit in my results. So that's why the most important task for me is recording. To find your 20% for the 80-20 rule, I want you to think about your most important task or your most important goal for the week or for this year or for the next 10 years, and think, what task, if I only had 1 to 2 hours a week, would I do for this activity, this goal? Now, mine is recording, but whatever it may be for you. Say you're a writer, it would be writing, obviously, not finding a book title or trying to get it published. It would just be writing. Every morning, you want to do this 20% activity for 1 to 2 hours, and you want to do that every day. Now, how I incorporate this 20% activity into my daily routine is I wake up and make my bed, and then I go brush my teeth, grab my phone, get my scores, and I take my shirtless picture, and then I do sunlight either alone or with my deep work, my 20% for the 80-20 rule. Now I do the first 4 activities super quick, like make my bed, brush my teeth, do my photos, get my sunlight, or I get my sunlight while I'm doing my work, but then I do 1 to 2 hours of that deep work because that's the most important thing that you want to be putting all your time into. So usually my morning routine before my deep work takes about like 30 minutes-ish, and then I'm doing my deep work, the 80-20 rule, for 1 to 2 hours, and that's how I have seen these compounding results and these effects in my life. Now, for your 5 activities, you can choose whatever you want, except 2 of them have to be the deep work, you get the results and the benefits and the compounding effects, and 1 of them has to be sunlight so that you can wake up and feel good. Now I'm going to tell you my exact routine. My alarm goes off at 9 p.m. every night. I immediately go to brush and get ready for bed. Then I tape my mouth closed, which I'll leave a video in the description of why you should be taping your mouth every night. So I tape my mouth, and then I read a little fiction book, like a chapter or two, until I feel super sleepy, and then that helps me fall asleep super fast and super easy. And then the next morning, I wake up when the sun rises in just naturally, which is so nice because I had that night alarm, so I don't need a morning alarm. So I wake up naturally, or if I sleep long enough, then I hit that 8:45 and I wake up, and then I go straight to my bathroom, start brushing my teeth, go grab my phone, get my scores, take my pictures, then I get my sunlight by itself outside meditating, or I get my sunlight outside while doing my deep work. And I do my deep work for 1 to 2 hours. I hope that you can implement this routine into your life, and I know that if you do it and you stay consistent to it, you will see those changes and you will see the results just going up and up, and I'm so excited for you. I hope you implement this. Thank you for watching, and if you want to go watch that video about why you should be taping your mouth every night, click right here. Thank you.